Kumar Reddy, you've heard the BJP spokesperson. She has already accused the opposition without naming any specific group, saying there are certain organized groups that are fanning these flames. Do you believe that it is fair on the opposition's part also to attack the government right at the very outset? Why not give this scheme even half a chance to succeed? You're an armed forces man yourself. Don't you want reform of some kind in recruitment processes?
Rajdeep, let me again introduce myself. I'm a former Air Force fighter pilot. I flew MiG-21s and MiG-23s on both in our combat squadrons on the borders, and I understand this issue well. One, I want to tell you is that Narendra Modi government talks big on security and defense issues, but actually performs very poorly. You know, it will be of interest for you to know that in the figures submitted to Parliament in the beginning of this year, the armed forces were already short of a lakh of persons. I mean soldiers, airmen and sailors. And now they are come up with a scheme which is very poorly conceived. What will a person in today's high-tech war learn in 6 months? I mean 6 months service, 6 months training and 3.5 years service. Even the scheme is very poorly conceived. Now Rajdeep, I just want to come back to the situation now. Now the youth of India, I mean, nobody needs to tell them what exactly is the scheme about. I'm sure they're all very aware, they've read about it.
No, you didn't answer my question again. You didn't answer my question that Aparajita raised, that suggesting that the opposition is fanning these flames, that the opposition also is getting vicarious delight. That is yet another scheme of Narendra Modi's government getting public outrage.
No. Rajdeep, that is totally false. There is absolutely no truth in Aparajita saying that the opposition has anything to do with it. The youth of this country have spontaneously reacted, saying that, firstly there are so many vacancies, then you come up with a contract system of recruitment in the armed forces. On 2 counts, the government is very wrong. One, they are compromising with national security. I can tell you as a former fighter pilot, a former soldier, this step of theirs definitely undermines the nation's security interest. 2, I mean, when the earlier system was working very well, only because Narendra Modi government wanted to save a few rupees on the pension bill, they have come up with a system which completely undermines the soldiers' morale. I mean, the Agniveers or whatever name they're going to call it.
Uttam Kumar Reddy, this scheme has been cleared at the level of the CDS and the chiefs. Uttam Kumar Reddy, this scheme has been cleared at the level of the service chiefs and the Chief of Defence Staff. Are you saying that they don't have a concept of national security?
Rajdeep, I'm from the National Defence Academy and the present chiefs are about the same batch as me. So I don't want to go into anything else except saying that this is a government scheme.
No, you're not
which
answering
I don't think the normal serving officer would be very happy. Yes.
You're saying the normal service officer is not happy.
I'm answering your question.
Are you saying that the political leadership has pushed this down the throat of the army, of the service chiefs?
This is the political leadership's decision. This is a political decision being, slammed down the throat of serving officers only to save on the pension bill. There is no other motive in this, and I'm telling you again, as a very responsible former soldier, I'm quite convinced this will undermine the nation's security. And also as a youth are concerned, there's so much unemployment.
No, how will it undermine? No, be specific. Uttam Kumar Reddy,
the country.
Uttam Kumar Reddy, you're saying it will undermine national security. See, how will it undermine it?
One, I want you to know, Rajdeep, I want you to know, one, as of now, the country as it is short of a lack of manpower. I mean, vis-a-vis the sanctioned strength of the Army, Air Force and Navy, these are figures given in Parliament, we are a lack of people short. Now you come up with recruitment, instead of doing regular recruitment of the 1 lakh people who are short, you come up on a kind of a contract employment, some kind of an, ad hoc employment of 46,000 people. Definitely these people will not, usually, they wouldn't make as good a soldier as somebody whom you are
So
taking
your
on a
problem
full-fledged
is the
basis,
4-year
on a 15-year
contractual
basis,
term.
with a pension benefit.
You're saying a 4-year contractual term,
No,
out of which
I'm
six
convinced
months
that,
is spent in training,
it
will
is-
not
it
be
is-
enough to ensure top quality people.
Rajdeep, 6 months is no training at all.
Okay.
6 months is no training at all. 6 months training, which soldier can deal with the latest weapons in the army, air force, or the navy?
You've made
6
your
months
point.
is no training at all, and 4 years is too short.
Just a minute. Let's move
I
on.
think it's not a good scheme. The government must hold it in abeyance.